The purpose of this video is to go over a couple of items inside of this Start Here area, as well as discuss the course menu. So first thing I wanted to mention is that this course is required of all students who have declared a major in computer science, information systems, information technology, computer science education, and game and interactive media. It's just a foundational course for typically incoming freshmen, which many of you are. And so that's one reason I wanted to spend some time just going over course navigation, because some of you, Blackboard may be really new to you. And it's pretty easy, it's pretty intuitive, but every instructor designs their course a little bit differently. We share lots of commonalities, but instructors get to determine a lot of their own links over here. Again, you'll see some common things. And just the way they organize it and list it, it's going to be different for every course that you're in. So just want to make sure you understand what's available to you in this course. But before I get started on that, let me talk a little bit about grading. There's a little bit in the syllabus about grading as far as, how to get an A, 90% and above, and a B is 80% above, and so forth. But specific things about grading is, first of all, you're going to have two websites that you're working on, Blackboard and then another website from Cengage called MindTap. And so you're going to have grades in both places because they each have their own grade book. And this is the first time I've ever tried to mesh the two in this particular way. And so we're going to have to get a few assignments in there for me to try to figure out how to manipulate Blackboard's gradebook to get it to show your correct grade. So just be patient with me as we get some assignments in there. Probably at the end of week 2 is when I'll have enough stuff in there that I can figure out what formula to put inside of Blackboard's gradebook in order to get it to show your grade for the course. Also wanted to mention that some of the things you do for this course will be auto-graded, and so they will show up immediately in one of those grade books that I just mentioned. So typically things like trainings that you might do, quizzes that you might take, anything with like multiple choice, true, false, that have an exact answer, those things should be auto-graded, and so you'll be able to see your grade right away. Other things will be manually graded by either me or a teaching assistant if I get one. I don't know if I'm going to have one yet or not, but it takes longer to grade those things because I have to read through them and assess them. And so I'll probably talk a little bit more about that at a later time after you have done something with some content in it. But just give me some time, maybe even up to a week, to get those things manually graded, because there's about 100 of you in this course and about 100 of you in the lab course, and that's a lot of activities to grade for one person. Okay, so now I'm just going to go through the menu really quickly. You're in this Welcome Start Here place. The federal attendance module, that is something that you'll be doing during week 1. And so I'm just going to click on that. There is a one-item sort of quiz in there, policy agreements. This is required for every single course that you're in. And so you have to take it, you have to make a 3 out of 3, you have to retake it until you get that, and that will immediately show up in the grade book for you. This shows that you are actively attending the class. The announcements area, I don't have any announcements yet since the course is not actually open when I recorded this video, but this will be used to send out class-wide emails. Glitches in the software, maybe something people was struggling with. If I just want to remind you of things, and I usually send out at least one announcement per week. So the announcements that I send out will be listed here with the most recent on top, and you'll also get an email for any class announcements. The syllabus we already went over in the syllabus video, so I won't spend any more time on that. The content area is where you will find most of your things for this course. Now you'll see right now there's not a lot in here, but every week you will have a new module added with specific instructions for what you do. Let me just start at the top. This MindTap activities is going to take you out to the Cengage MindTap website, and the first time that you click on this, you're probably going to have to create a link between this Blackboard course and your Cengage account. So it may require you to log in. I thought it would let me open that, and it did not. So I will show you MindTap in another video. This is just a reminder about activities that those will be posted on a weekly basis. And so like this August 19th through 23rd, this week will run Wednesday through Sunday night. Future weeks will start on Monday and run through Sunday night. So everything inside of a module is due by 11:59 p.m. on that Sunday night. Okay, so this Sunday by the 23rd, the 23rd, you need to have everything in this module completed if you want to receive full credit. As mentioned previously, sometimes I take late work on things. If it's something that has to be manually graded, I generally take late for those types of things. So let me just go ahead and click on this 19th through the 23rd so you can sort of see how I set this up. Some weeks there may be a video accompanying this. I don't think that's necessary for this first week, but I typically do a module overview just to kind of give you a list of, hey, these are the graded things that you'll be doing for this course. And then I provide details below. So like this one, make sure you watch all the videos, which you should be doing right now, and then complete the federal attendance module. That's 3 points. It's auto-graded. There's a discussion that you're going to do, an About Me discussion. I'll click on that here in just a second. There's a syllabus quiz that is auto-graded. And then I also want you to set up your Cengage Unlimited account. And again, that's done by clicking on that MindTap link. So this just, I'm not going to read through all of this for you, but you know, make sure that you go through here, read specific things, and then do what's asked of you. Let's see. So discussions. This week you're doing just an About Me discussion. And this is just sort of a little get to know you activity so that you can get to know the other people in our class. So these are some things that I've asked you to do. Just kind of introduce yourself. If you have a picture that you want to share, that would be great. Tell us what your major is, what classification you are, and then just anything personal that you want to share. So that's part one. And then part two is you have to reply to at least 2 other people's posts. So look for people with something you have in common with. Maybe they have the same major as you, they like to do the same thing for fun, those sorts of things. Sharing pictures really helps because that way you can put a face with a name. So I've already posted one about me. I like to be called Mrs. C. You can read all about that. I won't read this to you. But that's a picture of my awesome family that I love, and you know, they're like my reason for being. Anyway, that's me right there. You already saw me in a previous video. All right, some weeks you'll have discussions to do, and those will be listed here. I don't have any journals posted yet, so discussions, everybody can see those. Journals is a private thing that you can see and then I can see to grade, but nobody else in the class can see your journal. And then here is grades, and so these are your Blackboard grades. And I've not organized this well yet, but notice here's the policy agreements. That's that little 3-point activity that's not showing your points for some reason. I'll have to fix that. Here's the About Me discussion board. You can see that's out of 10. And then your syllabus quiz, that's out of 10. And then here's that MindTap activities. Now this is the item that will link to the gradebook in MindTap. And so it's always going to show you a score out of 100. So it's a compilation of all of the things that you're going to do out on MindTap. And it just links this one score. So again, I'm going to have to play with these totals and your course grade to make sure that it's calculating correctly. That may take me a couple of weeks to get that worked out, but we will. All right, so those are the major links that you're going to be using for the course. And then I've already mentioned in some previous videos, I like for you to use this send message to instructor to communicate with me. And so you can do that inside of here. You're also welcome to send me an email, but this will help me keep everything for this class organized inside of this Blackboard class. Here is a link to my meeting room, which I mentioned on the syllabus that uses WebEx, and you can meet with me during my available office hours or set up an appointment for outside of those. Here is a link for Cengage and MindTap. And these are just some help links. Here's a getting started with MindTap. I won't take you through that. You can watch that. They have their own videos. This is an instruction sheet that our textbook rep created for ATU students, and so that might be helpful for you. If you have any issues with Cengage or MindTap, you can look up technical support. You can submit a ticket with them, and they will put a member of their tech support team on that. And you can track it, I think, and get updates and so forth. And then this is a link to your student dashboard. So the first time you click on the student dashboard, it again, like I mentioned earlier, it may ask you to create a link with your account, but that's a quick way to get to it. And then here is a link for help if you need help with Blackboard. This takes you out to their website where you can look up lots of things if you're confused about something. Let's see, Barnes & Noble, that's something that was put in by the university. It's a quick link to the bookstore, I believe. And then at the end of the semester, you will have the option to evaluate the course. And so once those are ready, and there's a certain time period that those are available, they will be accessible here. So that is an overview, a very quick overview of course navigation. As mentioned earlier, if you have any questions or concerns about how something's going to work, please send me a message or an email. And I am going to add a discussion just for general course questions. It's not in there right now. I noticed. I thought I put it on, but I didn't. So I will go and add that. So you're also welcome to ask questions there, and I'll be monitoring that discussion in case you think it's a question that the whole class might benefit from.